Continuing with my series, reviewing all of the Iron Maiden albums in descending order. We're up to Powerslave. This one came out in 1984. And I definitely have a very clear memory of going to the record store and buying this. So in my last video talking about Somewhere in Time, I was saying that that was my first Iron Maiden album that I ever bought. This is actually my second, but also my first Iron Maiden album that I bought on CD. So I remember very clearly going down to this mom and pop record store that's in my hometown, the town I grew up in. Looking through the bins, I come across Iron Maiden. And at that time, the albums that were out were Somewhere in Time, Number of the Beast. I think Seventh Son might have been out, I'm not sure. And Killers in the first one, but I was flipping through all the Iron Maiden CDs and I see this cover. And back then, the CDs were sold with the long boxes. They were like this big. I'll put like a little image there. And I saw the blue sky and the yellow pyramids, and you know what? Just that picture alone was the reason I bought it. I grabbed the CD, the long box, and I went to pay for it. Brought it home, listened to it, and I'll be honest with you, I thought it was okay at first. This is an album that, back in the 80s or when I was young, I thought it was good but not great. Now I think it's like a great album. This is definitely in the top 5 killer albums start to finish, so that's what we're going to talk about. So I'm just going to go through the track by tracks, say a few words at the end, and that's it. So let's talk about it. So the album starts out with Aces High, written by Steve Harris and also released as a single. Songs about a British RAF pilot during Battle of Britain in 1940. So war is a theme that Iron Maiden likes to write about, and a lot of their best songs are from the old wars. It's also one of their most popular songs. It's fast-paced. Riffs are very melodic and has a memorable chorus, and I really like the twin guitar attack throughout the song. Next is 2 Minutes to Midnight, another war-related. It's classic heavy metal riff. I kind of think the song has a very new wave of British heavy metal feel to it. Also released as a single. The song is a protest song about nuclear war, and that was actually a big topic back in the mid-'80s. And based on the concept of the doomsday clock or the countdown to a catastrophe. This is a fast-paced song. It has a really melodic breakdown and a really great solo. The music video is pretty cool. It has a Churchill speech and some war footage, so that's pretty cool. Next song is an instrumental called Lost for Words. So this was the last instrumental from the band. I think there might be an instrumental on Senjutsu, but I'll have to wait till tomorrow to see if that's true. But if that's the case, that was the last instrumental until this album. But anyway, the song's not too long. It's 4 minutes. It's a fairly fast-paced song. Lots of guitar riffs and solos. This is one I do like to play. That's why I played that little clip before. And actually, there's a riff in the middle of the song, kind of foreshadows the riff to Wasted Years. I kind of thought that was interesting. Next is Flash of the Blade. The intro riff to this one's pretty cool. It sounds a little different than most of the songs. It's like the wham, 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 something like that. So it's a fast-paced song with the lyrics, kind of like fantasy-oriented lyrics. They're talking about a young boy chasing dragons. And I think it's actually someone who wants to or somebody who trains to be a fighter but ends up being killed by the sword. I think that's my interpretation of it. But another cool, fast-paced song. Next is the Duelists. This one has a chugging riff in the intro, classic Iron Maiden sound. I believe the song is about the sport of fencing. I might be wrong, but it's kind of written in a way as if it were an actual sword fight. It's a cool song. Probably one of the songs that's not really as memorable as the others, but I do like the guitar solo. I do like the lead guitar melodies toward the end of the song, and it has some really cool twin guitar parts. Next is Back in the Village. Now the intro to this one is almost like Van Halen-esque. It has a fast and complex opening riff. It's a little different than a typical Iron Maiden song, but it's really good. It's fast paced. The guitar riffs throughout the song are very complex, and the guitar solo is a real shredder. So next is the title track, Powerslave, and for many years the song didn't really like stand out for me as being like a favorite song, but it wasn't until the band like Testament covered it, and then after that I like really started to like the song. And probably my favorite song on the album, it has a heavy opening riff, a really nice gallop. Bruce's vocals are kind of like a little more like aggressive, almost like in like a thrash metal style. This is really the perfect Iron Maiden song for a thrash metal band to cover. Lyrics based on ancient Egypt and like the, basically the cover of the album. Song has a melodic breakdown, some clean guitars, and a cool guitar solo. The final song is Rime of the Ancient Mariner. It's their second longest song after Empire of the Clouds. And based on a poem by Taylor Coleridge, they did use a few lines from the poem and the lyrics. The song is divided into parts. First part is just straightforward classic heavy metal. Has a classic gallop. So the song starts to speed up after about like 3 minutes. Has some stop-start riffs. The second part of the song starts around like 5 minutes. It has that really like quiet atmospheric breakdown. You hear the bass, the clean guitar, some sound effects. Spoken word part here, that's really cool. And I really like this part. It's very haunting. And the third part starts about like 7 minutes and 42 seconds around that time. Song starts to speed up. You hear the bass, and Bruce continues singing, telling the story. The guitar comes in, and the song picks up with a heavy guitar, goes right into the guitar solo. Really great twin guitar part, and the last part of the song is similar to the first part, continuing with the heavy riffs and the gallop. So, in conclusion, this is one of the best albums. I want to do my ranking. This for sure will be in my top 5. It's an album that starts great and ends great. I'm not saying the middle is filler, but I'm just saying like the first 2 songs and the last 2 songs are like really great. And one of the best. So that's it. I will be doing a Iron Maiden ranking maybe next week. I just want to give some time for Senjutsu to come out. Hopefully I can pick it up tomorrow. And that is it. So like, comment, subscribe. My name is John. This is JC Rock and Metal Reviews. And I will see you in the next one. Hey, one more thing. Check out my other videos. That one over there, that's pretty cool. Down there, another cool video. Check them out.